Hey, it's time to get to my shit. All right, because it's game of the week time, and I went ahead and got Steelers commies because of all the homework that I did, and I just want to take this time to talk about what I've seen with Jayden Daniels. Okay.
From one game.
Against the
Well,
Giants.
Against the
okay, so
Giants.
I watched that. I watched that
Prefacing.
game. I watched that game like twice, and I went and rewatched every throw, or just like, and then I went and watched the offensive highlights. And then I dug a little bit on his stats and I've done
Not
some
that
digging.
well if you listen to the Chiefs show.
Guys, he's playing good for a rookie quarterback. He's playing good for a rookie quarterback. I'm not gonna take that away from him. There are things to be desired. There's things to improve on, but that's how it is as a rookie. His his stats are less interceptions by far, but his stats are like around Pat Mahomes. Like he's thrown for like slightly more yards than Pat Mahomes. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, like ball placement leaves a lot to be desired. His open his receivers that are open making catches, they it's low, it's high, it's not conducive to yards after the catch and when he's throwing down the field. So he there's a lot to improve on in that sense. In the Giants game, he did benefit a lot from yards after the catch. There was a couple screens that ended up being first downs. There was, Austin Eckler had a decent game that kind of came out of almost nowhere. Like he hasn't been great this season. So, and the Giants fucking suck.
I
His
want to point
best
out,
attribute.
Tybo.
What's up?
I know you're going on. I do want to point out
Yeah,
just stats. You wanted to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Yardage wise, they are very close. Pat has two more touchdowns. Pat has
way more
nine
picks,
more. Yeah, I think seven more picks. But then Jayden Daniels also has a
and he's having a bad
rating.
season.
Uh, Jayden Daniels does have a rating of 16 points higher than Pat Mahomes, and Pat Mahomes is having a bad season. But just wanted to throw out stats for you.
Well, Patrick Mahomes' team is 8-0. Anyways,
And what are the commies?
not undefeated.
Yeah, but
Two
also no
losses.
one thought they would be where they are at right now either.
Yeah, and I mean Cliff Kingsbury knows how to run an offense with the type of quarterback that Jayden Daniels is. Like Cliff Kingsbury is a college guy. Jayden Daniels has a lot of college attributes. His best attribute right now, like going best thing going for him, is his speed. That makes him lethal in the open field. I do not think he's as dynamic as like a Lamar Jackson. I don't think he has the moves or the bag as Lamar Jackson, but I think he has some similar uh, I guess, critiques against him as a rookie quarterback. Like Lamar Jackson was never seen as a great passer. He's definitely had to improve that a part of his game in the NFL. Um, and like I think he's going to have that like trajectory of a career, but probably not as good as Lamar Jackson.
I just want to throw one thing out there for you. I got some else after that, but the Commanders' offense, their 49% of drives reach the red zone. That's number one in the NFL since at least 2000. 61% of their drives score points. Number one in the NFL since 2000.
Since 2000,
Yeah, number one.
Yes.
It's an efficient
I
offense.
think you're kind of underselling Jaden Daniels here. I think
he's not. He's not at the top of the league in passing yards or anything like that. Like he's not like
He did with CJ Stroud last year. We were saying he was in the MVP talk as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
well.
He's playing as good as the guy who's undefeated in the league right now. That's pretty fucking good for a rookie.
Did you think the Commanders would be at second place during at
First
week
place.
10? First place at week 10.
Which okay, so Tybo, if Jaden Daniels is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs right now, should they technically still be undefeated?
Well, I mean that's
If he's playing just as good
there's
as
a whole
Patrick
lot of
Mahomes is.
there's a whole lot of I mean he hasn't been put in the same positions that Patrick Mahomes has been put in. Like it just philosophically like in each
That's true, but I feel like they've
respective
shown up in all
offenses.
the big
Like,
games that they've had to play in. They've shown up against the big time opponents. They barely lost to Baltimore, correct?
Yeah.
Went to
by a
overtime, I
touchdown.
23
think.
to 30.
No,
They also did lose their very first game of the season to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 37 to 20. So they got kind of lit up in their first game. But
Mhm.
their defense has helped out quite a bit.
Yeah.
uh, people have talked early in the season. They were talking mad shit on the Commanders' defense.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
they
Sean
we
are.
were.
was.
We did on this show.
They've
I
improved
did
so
with
much.
Sean. Yeah.
Dan Quinn
But
has made them a average defense.
I think the coaching staff certainly has things rocking and rolling in Washington. But like it's probably similar to like RG3 like rookie season. Like
Oh, similar to the rookie season. Okay.
it's probably not gonna end up with like a Super Bowl dub. Like they'll probably get a win or two in the playoffs, but I think
That's pretty good for a rookie
there's more
quarterback.
battle
Yeah,
tested teams in the NFC that I feel like are going to.
the only better team in the red zone than the um
They're hot.
Commanders
Okay, yeah, they're hot.
are the
They're playing well.
Lions
Also,
right
like
now.
they just played the fucking Giants and like kind of struggled. They definitely struggled
Break
out of the
down
gate.
break down how they're going to play against the Steelers here, because that's a very good defense. Jaden Daniels is going up
Yeah.
against a very good
Big
test
boy
here.
defense. That's a big boy defense right there.
And they just added Preston Smith from the Packers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
and he adds like versatility among that line. Like TJ Watt already can line up just about everywhere, anywhere, and be productive. But like if you leave him out on the edge, Preston Smith can take care of like either three technique on either side there, um, and probably have a successful fucking pass down. But TJ Watt is going to give Jayden Daniels hell because he can come from the side that Jayden Daniels wants to roll out to. That's where TJ Watt is comfortable as well. So expect a rough game for their offense. They're gonna have they're relying on a backfield that you said didn't have Brian Robinson or he's dealing with an injury
He's
or
been in and out of the lineup with injuries.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like they need some things to fall their way. They need some things to work out for Jayden Daniels to be put in a good spot. But I don't trust the Steelers offense with Russell Wilson. He's shown flashes of some good things, but I think this is going to be more of a defensive battle, just by the way the teams are playing lately. It's probably gonna be some ugly, dirty football.
I will say
That's what we
I'm
want.
Interceptions,
That's what I
fumbles,
want to
like
see. I
yeah.
love that
I
shit.
am a little scared for Jaden Daniels in this game specifically because of the tendencies that he brought to him in the NFL from college with
Mm-hmm.
rolling outside of the pocket, hanging onto the ball too long, stepping up into defenders' faces, and just getting absolutely eaten by whatever defensive monster that's in front of him. He has taken some
And
massive hits in his college game, and he's already taken some pretty big hits here in the NFL. That's if he has figured out how to clean that up by Sunday, not so much of a problem. But I don't think that has happened, and that's where we kind of worry for his health a little bit.
a couple of his highlights, long runs, scrambles outside of the pocket. If a defender was just a little bit more decisive, like he's getting his fucking clock cleaned, and that style of play, we see was the knock against Anthony Richardson, but it's also kind of come out that he might be a bad quarterback. But that style of play, leads to some dangerous shit. So.
Yeah, he's a gambler, but hey, I think he's well aware of that. I think they are too, and they probably tell him like, "Hey, look, why don't we just slide, run out of bounds, get what you need, get down." He's getting told that for sure. But yeah, I
Cliff
think
Kingsbury is having a fucking heyday though. Like this is
I
his
know,
dream right now. Like
Mhm.
he's offensive coordinator in the NFL for a college quarterback. Like
And I feel like too, Cliff Kingsbury always kind of played the Steelers tough. at Arizona. I feel like those are pretty close games. So he's definitely got a plan. He's played the Steelers before. He knows what's coming from that defense, I think, and he'll probably have a damn good game plan ready to go. So I expect it to, like you said, Tybo, it's going to be an absolute battle, a knuckle dragging battle for sure. That's going to be won in the trenches, but expect the commies to get out at some point.
The Tommies.
The commies expect the commies to possibly have a flash of offense, especially kind of in that middle eight. The last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half.